What it is, YouTube. You know who it is. It's your boy, the Moose Squad. Let's kick it. Welcome, and I'm your DJ, the Moose. Okay. I didn't clarify it like I should have. So how the scam is working. Let's use me for instance. Let's use John. So John has a DJ controller, and he has it on Craigslist for $258.38. But he takes the $8.38 and he doesn't worry about that part. So he's got a $230 controller. He's got it on sale for Craigslist. Fred over here says, "Oh, I like your DJ controller. I want to buy it." John's like, "Sure, you can buy it. It's just $230 plus $50 to send." Fred's like, "Sure, okay, I can do that. No problem. Give me a minute. Do you take checks?" John, "Sure, I take checks. They're good. They work." Fred's like, "Okay, well, let me send it snail mail." 2 days later, Uncle Sam, "Oh, yes, Fred's check is in the mail. Great. Thank you, Mr. Postman." "You're welcome, son." So now you're getting the point. So Fred just sent John a check. Good. That's the same thing as a credit card, if you get what I'm saying. Just hear the story. Wow. He sent me $3,230. That's awesome. With a note. "Dear John, I would like to take a minute to ask you a favor. Could you please cash the check and send me the $3,000 back with your $230 DJ controller?" "Sure, I'll do that. No problem. I sent you $200 extra for the convenience." Wow, I got $200 extra. This is what John's saying. I got $200 extra. I could send him $3,000, no problem. So, Fred is patiently waiting. John goes to his bank, puts the check in his bank, doesn't wait for that check to clear, sends Fred the money. Phew! Fred just got $3,000 plus the DJ controller. John is stuck. He just stuck himself in a place of no return. One, he just lost his DJ controller. Two, the paper check, by that time he sent that money at the bank. He took it out of his bank account. The money that could cover the check. He could have money in the bank still. The bank check bounces. Boing, 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 because the check doesn't have nothing. It is illegitimate check. It doesn't have any money. The account that the check came from doesn't have any money. You're stuck. And that's how a credit card works, a stolen credit card. That person stole a credit card. You're not getting no money from him. Just get that out of your head. You're not getting no money from that guy that stole the credit card. It's like that paper check. You're not getting no money out of it. Because that paper check just bounced and you sent the money out of your bank account. So basically you lose $6,000 out of the whole thing, not $3,000. Because your greed overtook everything. So basically my $200, my $850, I would have to pay back to the bank anyway. So let's just leave that in the bank. But y'all understand that I don't have a real bank. So this wouldn't work anyway. Y'all know that, right? This whole scam will not work anyway. Because I have a prepaid bank card. And it doesn't work like that. I physically have to have that $3,000 in the bank for the scam to work. Anyway, because I have a debit card. I don't have a credit card. He does, but that credit card that he's using is stolen. So he's giving you stolen property. And his hands are clean. Because he's not even in the country. He's in another country. If I explain this correctly with John and Fred, you get the idea that the money that Fred is sending you, Fred doesn't have. Fred doesn't own it. Fred used a personal check or somebody else's check. You don't know what Fred got the check from. And Fred is going to say the name that's on the check. So whatever Fred says on the check or the credit card, for this instance, this Larry Wilson is stolen credit card because that's who it is. They're going to use the stolen person's name, and trust me, the guy that answered the phone didn't sound like a Larry Wilson. I don't know what you want to know, but the guy called me on the phone and I couldn't understand him. And then the ultimate happened. I didn't hear beeping or anything you would hear in a hospital bedroom. I didn't hear none of the beeping that was going on. Because if you're in a hospital, you're going to hear a beep every so often. The guy wasn't in the hospital because that's a scam. The guy's supposed to be in the hospital and he can't do anything because he's not even from America. Guess what? The phone call came from, what was it? Pennsylvania or some West Virginia or some weird place. But the phone number, you could tell it was messed up. You couldn't even understand what he was saying. He spoke English pretty good. But then he had that accent, really heavy. Which, my neighbor has an accent. But that's not the point. The point of it is Larry Wilson doesn't exist. So be watching out for the Larry Wilson in your life. Don't take, how I say it, don't take personal checks unless it comes from a school. Don't take personal checks unless it comes from a school. I got a personal check that I'm going to take from the school, but I took it from the school. I took it from the PTA. I do it every year. I get a personal check from one school. I do it every year. Every year it's the same old thing. I take a personal check. But I know that I take it to Wells Fargo, they're going to cash it because it's a Wells Fargo's check. So I'm good in the go. So that's how that works. So I hope that gives a better understanding on how fraudulent checks work and where the scam is. The scam is the guy doesn't really have the money. He doesn't belong. He doesn't own the money. To be honest with you, he doesn't even own the credit card that he's using. It's stolen. And where this is coming from, y'all guessed it, right? It's coming from his other scams. It's coming from call centers that he made. And Larry Wilson does exist. Larry Wilson's, all of his information does exist. I call the phone number. I get somebody else. I didn't get Larry Wilson. Y'all know that, right? I didn't even get him. I got a woman. Oh, I did call the phone number too. I got a woman. It's very important not to give your information to anybody over the phone anymore. Unless you know who you're dealing with. They're calling me saying I owe student loans. Sally Mae is the one who I owe the mail, the money to, not somebody else. And Sally Mae does make phone calls. But you know when they make the phone call because there isn't no gift. If you ever have somebody call you on the phone and all of a sudden you say hello and they're not there, they call you, they're not there, and it takes a second for them to automatically get your phone call, it's because it's not done in American call centers. Sally Mae does everything local. So if they call you first, they send you a letter in the mail stating that you're going to receive a phone call from them. It's different now. So don't get scammed. My heart goes out to my friend DJ Cool Thing. He got scammed out of a website, out of his YouTube. So my friends, be careful. Be very careful how you take scams. It's very serious. Very serious. It's getting more and more. I get more and more of these calls all the time. So that's the scam. I hope you understand it now. The paper check, hopefully that helped out. All right. Be on the lookout for the next video. Go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Go ahead and ring that bell for more notifications for videos like this and countless others. Go ahead and smash that like button. And I will put Pleasant Green's name on this video. So be on the lookout for that right here. Peace.